Welcome back to the Quiet Car Podcast. On today's episode, it's Road to the National, episode 1. We do that every year. If you don't care that we're doing a national episode, well, too bad. And 3, we are heading to the National this year in Chicago.
Hey, wait, guys, did we tell you that we're going to the National?
But you already know what it is, your boy Money right here.
Hey, Bo, we're going to the National.
Oh, wait. Hey,
huh?
did we tell them?
Yeah, but what are we going to?
Hey, we're going to the National.
Jerry, where are we going to?
I'm pretty sure we're going to what is it? Chicago National 2025
Chicago National. Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
So
cold shot.
So in this episode, we do this every year. I mean, it's really our second year, so it doesn't really matter.
We do it every year.
Do it every year though.
Year.
This is our national special episode. Like I said, every July we have national episodes. Okay. I know some of y'all likes it, some of y'all don't, but you know what? We don't care. But
the reason being, I mean, it is the biggest show on the planet.
It's the Super Bowl.
Hands down.
Hey, gotta be talked
Super
about.
Bowl. But before we go into tips and tricks and how to get there and blah 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 and all this other stuff we're doing, listen, we know we gotta start off with WNBA news, and we got some big WNBA news. Expansion. So right now, cities just got I guess named is Philadelphia, Detroit, and Cleveland.
We already know one future fan in one of those 3 cities.
Yes.
Shout out.
This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking right now. I like the Philly one.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I like the Detroit. I would like to see them go back to Detroit. I feel like Detroit had exited out pretty,
Yeah.
I don't like Cleveland. They could have kept that.
That one caught me off guard. Well, not off guard, but I was like,
why are they not coming down to the South?
come to the South, yo. Give me one.
Dude, the closest team we got is Atlanta Dream. Second closest is Indiana Fever.
Damn.
So does that mean we get to claim the Fever? Because if that's the case, 100%, as a guy from Alabama, we gotta claim the Fever.
And then it's like DC. I think DC is a little bit further than Indiana, but I don't know what they got a problem with Nashville on. I don't know why they'll still want in Nashville. It doesn't make any sense.
Nashville would be a great one.
Because it's like you get all of Alabama, which is we support the basketballs here.
Yeah.
You get Tennessee.
And Tennesseans, they're a loyal fan base, whether it's pros or college. Like, let me tell you, when I was in college, I used to go to the Georgia Dome and be like, work security, work the event and whatnot. And man, when Tennessee played, who was it, Texas A&M for the SEC championship? Man, dude, the whole city of Atlanta was like orange. It was crazy. I didn't know they travel like that, man. Not for real.
Yeah, they travel by herds up in Tennessee.
Yeah, they travel.
So
I heard they volunteer for it.
Yeah. 100%. So, like I said, I hope I don't know, and I mean, even like Like Miami don't have one. I mean, do we? I mean, like I said, let's see, Tennessee, don't have one. I mean, even if like one of the, I mean, I guess one of the
They don't want
Carolinas.
Tennessee to have one because they've already got the basketball team up there, right? And their women's basketball team pretty top notch.
Not at Vanderbilt. What are you talking about? Like a college?
Yeah, I thought it was collegiate. They had a good girls.
Well, I wouldn't say they used to be, but that's the whole point of having the WNBA there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, it's Tennessee.
I mean, it would be just such a terrible thing to give more people opportunities to support women in sports. I mean, God, yeah. Why would we want to do that? I mean, especially us here in the South. I mean, we're so uncultured that we're like asking for a freaking team or two to go support, but then they're like, nope, those are uncultured Southerners.
Now, like I said, like I said, I understand like Atlanta's there, but you gotta have. I mean, that makes no sense.
I might like argue that like a Tennessee team would have like a more loyal fan base than the Atlanta Dream.
100%.
I mean, I would definitely believe that. Yeah. I definitely believe that. But you got to tell me,
in Atlanta, they would be stuck in traffic. They couldn't make it to the game.
Especially by the airport, man. Like sometimes by the airport, it gets nasty.
They got to build.
Let's get real. I think didn't they famously already have a baseball player do that? Like they missed the turn, so he was late to the game. The Braves, So
do we have that problem? I mean, we probably do have that problem.
But no.
Now when you're supposed to be there 3 hours before the game.
That's what you're supposed to be. But it take you 5 to get there.
Well, listen, I had to take 2 laps around, and then there was a wreck.
Look, I remember I had a homegirl flying for Phoenix. Shout out to Mia. And she stayed in down, she was in Mid-City. So she goes, how long should I get ready to go to the airport? I said, you probably need to be ready about 5 hours.
Oh my God. For Atlanta, 100%. Listen,
why 5 hours? It's going to take you an hour and a half to get there.
Oh, security?
And then if you're not flying Delta, it's going to take you another hour to get park the rental, go whatever, and then try to get to the gate. And then, you're an hour right when you get past TSA and 2. And then if you start off at what, B, and you have to go all the way to like F, whatever, I gotta take the monorail. That's another hour. Good luck.
Man, that's why you need to go to the parking spot too, man.
Park your car. Let me ask you the real question, guys. Let me ask you the real question. If there was a WNBA team that actually showed up to Alabama, do you think the fan base in Alabama would be more loyal?
Yes.
Or the fan base in Atlanta?
Well,
not in Alabama.
I think in Alabama, the fan base would come out because
I don't know, man.
There is a cult following to women's softball already.
I see that. I know that.
Like it's unreal. Like you just don't realize.
But it's collegiate and below, though, man. It's not like
there's not an opportunity.
We have the Stallions. We have the Birmingham Stallions, and they get supported hard. It's just because all the games are played in Birmingham, yes, but we just don't have a good track record on professional teams.
No, I mean
that's the problem. We'll support them on TV.
That's why there's no professional football teams. You got two great college football teams, and you won't have a professional.
We only have
team.
one.
You will
Hey,
not
shout
have
out. I know we don't have that many viewers or listeners from Alabama.
It's only Alabama.
Just go vote out. Go vote out your local
Hold on,
politician.
and let me just
And
say
I
this.
finally got my star ID. So
Let me just say this. And speaking about
we
the
can
other
travel
team,
internationally from Alabama to Florida.
speaking about the other team that's in this state that plays football, also, I just want to say congratulations to them because they
Wait,
are
you talking
officially
about
the other side on the east side of Alabama.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
The Blazers?
You know what? No, not
Is
in the
that
middle.
UAB?
On the east. No, on the east side.
I
Not
thought
in
we were
the
talking
middle.
about the good teams.
Yeah, no. We're right now. We're not.
Okay.
And so, shout out.
Well, we're bringing up these high school teams. Okay,
So
let's
yeah,
go.
shout out to them over
Auburn.
there, north of Phoenix City. It's that little town over there. They are officially a Nike school. So shout out to them. It still will not get y'all wins. So stop hitting me up on how we got Nike this and this.
But congratulations to dude who left their basketball team and he went to God, who was it? The Spurs he went to go play for?
If you talking about the what's his name? The one with the
like John, I believe.
Yeah. Whatever his name is. No, he went to Philly.
Philly. Okay. Well, we know a future fan of his. Shout out Philly. Philly's getting some love in this show.
I know, right? Too much love.
Philly.
But listen. So to answer your question about Alabama, I've been thinking about that too. Birmingham is the number one TV market for sports, but it just doesn't translate on the field. Birmingham is the number one TV market in the country for any sports, any championship, any football, Super Bowl, national, is Birmingham always on top, number one. It's always like that. Yeah, it's always. It's Birmingham is the top viewership in the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The top viewership. Yeah.
I understand you come from.
The Birmingham market. Yeah, but that just does not translate to.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Put some ballers out there. Put some ballers out there. We need it.
I mean, but you're not lying too. It's such on a rise.
Instead of building prisons, build some basketball courts.
I know. Shout out to me, mom, man. Only thing that she can't.
I got my star ID. I can go buy an airplane ticket again.
Only thing she can't pass is away.
What now?
That's the only thing she can't pass. She can pass everything else but away.
No.
There's
Jesus Christ.
There's a bridge I crossed today. She got a bridge named after in Foley.
No, she don't. Does she?
Yeah.
What?
How big was the hole across that?
It's a very like
it wasn't rusty.
Small, very modest bridge, I might add. But it was named after though.
At first
I thought it was a joke. This little bridge. I mean, like the bridge over what body of water is this? I don't know.
Listen, after a good rainstorm, it really does fill up. So you better watch your tone.
Let me tell y'all something right now. I know a lot of people are listening all over the world right now. Listen,
just bad politicians locally.
Look, we in Alabama right now. And everybody that's not in Alabama, we are struggling. We are getting picked on and everything, and it's just listen. We about to start a whole new podcast of. I would.
Oh man, no.
Jeez, like
it is. It's too. It's. I mean, politics is messy in general, man. God,
no, it's not like here. They wild out. What's today? July 1st, right?
So anyways, so let's talk about the national because the best thing that's happening in July, 100%, is the national.
Well, hold on. Before we talk about the national, we gotta talk about this. San Diego there's little breaking news of somebody playing. I don't know what they're doing over there. So,
Supposedly.
so it's
All
on.
right, put your fingers up, fingers crossed.
Look, hold on.
Right? But I literally told Amani, I said, don't buy airplane tickets. Not yet.
Listen.
The last time
It happened before.
somebody announced a very fun event and we spent money that might not have worked out for anybody. Yeah.
So this is what. So basically, the story is that
Allegedly.
San Diego. No, it's not. It's the story is on the website on San Diego.
It was on the
Convention
website
Center,
before,
and it was.
it was on the website before.
Fanatic Fest is going to San Diego in December this year.
Oh, okay.
So this is what we finna do.
Okay.
We listen. We
Not buy tickets until like a month before. Just
it ain't going. It is. It's not going to happen with sports. Number one, it ain't gonna happen with sports. So it's so the whole thing is they couldn't do it because they will have nobody coming to the show.
Wait, what was the date on it?
December 13th, I think, through the 15th, I think, around that time. So football's going on, basketball's going to start going on,
Christmas.
like baseball. You got Christmas, then baseball's the only one
There's gonna be a flip probably that weekend.
There's gonna be a flip that weekend. But here's the deal. This is what if they have it. Why wouldn't they just do TCG?
Gotta catch them all.
That's the thing. That's the only thing that makes sense for them to throw it in December.
Now, I threw a real tinfoil hat towards Amani. Actually, before Yabo jumped in on this subject. What if, because this is kind of the only thing that I've ever thought was lacking from other places. What if the official Pokemon company joined in on the festivities to some extent, whether that be corporate booth, some kind of we've got Pikachu walking around, go to these certain vendors, collect enough badges, and you get a prize. So many opportunities.
That was pretty
Shout out, I stole that idea from Collecticon because Collecticon was like so lit. So just I stole that idea. So
but can you imagine the only thing that Collecticon doesn't do that Fanatics will do is like an activation.
Correct.
That is on another level.
To which I feel as if, and this like I said, a full tinfoil hat, right? I feel as if certain brands, which I'm not actually wearing their hat right at this moment, but VFriends has been flirting with this throwing renditions towards the Pokemon Chrome set, correct? And I kind of thought, if somebody bought Topps and had some money, and we already worked together once, and I had more money this time. By the way, I know you guys like Shohei Ohtani.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the way, name it. We can make it happen.
Pikachu, you have Pokemon Topps cards.
They've already existed.
No. I'm talking about with like
I know, but hear me out. Yeah, full tinfoil hat all the way through, boys and girls. I'm just a collector dreaming big. How crazy could it be? But as far as the hobby has gone, as much as people's wanted to shit on Fanatics, honestly, it's the closest to a Willy Wonka factory we've had. I mean, quite
I
literally.
ain't lying with you. That's a
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
That's
They have gone and said, "Wait, you see this river? No. It's made of chocolate. Like, what do you want?" Yeah, I mean, you want you want this guy very first baseball appearance to have a patch and that card have a patch? But there you go. No problem. Oh, wait, hold our beer. This is so what happens when there is a also shout out Tops Fanatics. If you do happen to use this idea, we would all like to attend your event with a paid hotel and a paid flight. And we can work cool stuff out of a backpack and make
yeah.
some money
Tell
on
them.
the side. You don't really have to pay us that much, but cover those first two for sure.
What's the name of the
We also
smiley
have a
face
camera guy you
flower?
can't see, but his name's Mo. He'll come
What's
along.
the smiley face, the little flower thing that they did?
Oh, you're talking about the artist
Yeah,
who I believe it was Hello Kitty, if I'm
yeah.
saying
So
that
that's the
correctly.
same guy that does Hello Kitty.
Yes.
Why couldn't they do if they do this? Do a Pokemon Tops, Chrome baseball Shohei. I don't care if it's like different Pokeballs or Master Balls, whatever this and this, or just have like Pikachu standing next to him or someone. Dude, I'm just saying, like,
That'd
No.
be
You're
insane.
thinking super far. I'm thinking of what could we do to make this event make everybody show up. This
well,
is
you
a
have to have
full art.
Shohei there.
No. This is a full art of Shohei Ohtani
Mhm.
and this I forgot what the pup dog's name, like it looks like a puppy. It's like a corgi looking dog from Pokemon. But you could have that in Shohei Ohtani or something like that, or Pikachu, whatever. But it's a full art and it's a con exclusive.
Ooh. Well, I
How
didn't think
many
about
tickets
that.
does that sell?
And it'd be a
And
Oh, by
con
the
exclusive.
yeah,
You
yeah.
said, yeah,
it's the
yeah,
only place to get it.
Oh, the Fanatic
yeah,
Fest exclusive.
yeah.
Why
And
not?
and then
I
Shohei's
mean,
there.
No, Shohei's there. Wait, hold on. The first 100 people get an autograph on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the way, it is licensed from Tops and Pokemon. No big deal.
And you still have 101 is there. You still have out of fives, out of tens, all that stuff in there. Like it was just
that would draw people to the event, man. Come on.
even if they have a
I mean, hold
Cactus
on.
Jack
If we just
Pokemon,
no,
we-
But that would
I
bring
would
the
do Cactus.
masses.
That would the Cactus Jack sales.
true, but let's think likelihood. How do we fish
That's
Pokemon who
what you.
doesn't need anything from anybody? Oh, you love baseball? We're
That
just
Boba
going to
gets
do this
bigger.
one collab and we're going to open the door and we're going to pay you super healthy. You get a corporate booth for free. Come on down. Oh, by the way, your corporate, we're going to pay for your hotel for at least 3 or 4 of your employees, whoever else you bring, but we'll give you a whole floor if you want.
And then they already have the whole California showing up. That enough is. I mean, that's basically really what you need.
Well, true.
You got the whole You got the whole
A lot
California
of
showing
big
up.
ones over there. Right.
Huge. And I love San Diego.
To which, don't get me wrong, listen, I think Fanatics could take the same idea and use Pokemon, get them in, or not Fanatics, but the National. But right now, I kind of feel like the National. I mean, they're aware of TCG, but it's just not the vibe.
Hold on. So, okay, I just thought about this. The difference with the National is that you wouldn't bring, or you cannot bring, a lot of Pokemon dealers.
No, you can and you should.
I mean,
And it
no,
would
but
draw so
that's
many
what
more
they
people.
don't do it.
Should
I'm
now.
going to be honest with you. I think here's my personal.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't do it though.
we're under new leadership.
And I think it's worse. Because they already had that whole stipulation going on with it.
You've got to give it a chance. So there's plenty of things in life that people go, oh my God, it's worse. And then it actually happens. And they're like, oh, actually, that turned out way better than I thought. So, for this, you have to give them a chance. I'm just going to say, I don't know. I think I would trade old crusty dealers who have overpriced stuff that smell like cigarettes that take up a lot of space for some Pokemon vendors. And I'm going to be honest with you. I know this is going to get a lot of hate in the comments, but there's a lot of sports folks that could really take some notes from these Pokemon vendors. These Pokemon vendors are clean. They've got nice showcases. You can tell they put their stuff out with care and effort. They don't just halfway throw stuff across, a case. I'll be honest with you. I know for a fact of several sports guys that have gone to Pokemon shows, and the first thing they said is like, wow, it's so neat, well cut, like, everybody, like a kid walks up, hey, how you doing? Versus the old guy who is literally reading a newspaper or vaping and has no
what I find with a lot of Pokemon folks and dealers, man, I guess that demographic in general is that, man, they know their stuff, man. Like, it amazes
It's a
me.
very knowledgeable crowd as well.
It is, man. It's crazy to me.
And they're not stingy with their knowledge either. There's shysters everywhere, right?
True.
But for the most part, guys and girls are super, super nice with like the little kids when they come up. I'll be honest with you guys. I went to a Pokemon trade day. Shout out Nerd Stop. Super great.
Hazel Green?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So, and what I love about that, he does the trade day kind of, I want to say it's like a 12 to like 3 or a 12 to 4 or something like that. So it's kid friendly. But, I'm sitting there. I got my binder. I'm chilling. And like this little kid comes up and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, hey, can I come sit up here? He's like, yeah, bro, come on. And little dude's trying to rip a pack. I'm just like, hey, fam, can I help you? You just take this little part right here. Now you finish that part. All right. And I had ripped some packs because when I go to those kind of events, he had free pizza, he had free drinks, cookies, snacks, chips, the whole nine. I think somebody made some like homemade like fudge kind of things. It was lit. But I really think that's the step is like it's just people being friendly with kids and like for everybody who keeps going, oh, it's not about the kids, bro. I feel like that's like investing. You know what I mean? Like
it is.
Me taking the time to go, hey, little kid, come on, you pull up a chair. Me and my girl, we're chilling, we're ripping packs. Got totally hosed. So I gave him everything. I didn't give him the trash, but I was like, hey, man, here's some cards because he had ripped some stuff. He's like, oh, I got some pretty cool stuff. I was like, well, go trade your friends and stuff. And there's other little kids in there, and they run up and they all talk to each other. It's like, man,
keep in the hobby.
Facts. And I don't see those old crusty dealers doing anything close. Not at all.
It's always been like that, though, especially on sports. It's always been like the older crowd just never embraced the younger crowd. It's very few.
Rip you off even.
Yeah, they rip you off quick.
Yes, that's a whole other thing. Going back to that same trade day, right? This little kid, he's sitting there showing me some cards, and I'm like, oh, buddy, that's like $30, $40 something. You probably could use a penny sleeve for that. So he starts pulling out some other expensive stuff because I was like, that. Then he pulls out some other stuff he likes. So shout out Titus. He's a great shop owner. He gives this kid some free penny sleeves, right?
Oh yeah.
This kid, he's immediately trying to put up the cheapest stuff. And I said, hey, you should probably do these first, like 10. That one is super neat.
Yeah.
This one right here. And he goes, are you sure? And like this other dad's like, yeah, you probably want to do that one. You know, and it's badass because this dad comes in and he's got this sick ass Rayquaza tattoo on it, and he's like buff, like you know, just big burly dude, and it's like, yeah, you want to do that, you know? Lucas like, okay, but yeah, you don't see that from the crusty dealers, and
No.
that would be my only critique towards the National. You could definitely use Pokemon. You could definitely use Pokemon as an official company. I still think that they could also do that same, you know, because they do the national exclusive cards. You could do a very similar idea with Pokemon. But whoever does it and can lock it down.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because for some reason the national exclusive cards feel different than the Fanatic Fest cards.
It's because they're
so,
paper
man.
versus Chrome. Hold on.
Yes.
And
yes.
And the very, very, very nice national cards are, I believe, Chrome, or they'll have some type of like foil, but it is not that same Chrome card feel.
Yeah, it's regular like
that they are training you to go, hey, pay more for this. It feels premium.
And it can't be premium, man. If I never like bought one or like acquired one at a convention, why do I have like I literally have national cards for Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, Vince Young, and Tom Brady. I'm like, how did like they just showed up like one day, man. You know, in collections I get, right? I'm like you would think these were like exclusive or something. At least out of like 5,000 or something.
No.
So generally, on the national stuff, if it's not the 101, if it's not the auto, because they do have Otani autos, they do have Trout autos. You know, they've got monster, just big deal stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's all paper products.
Base ain't nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, base is just base. Base is base, baby.
Base is base.
Ooh.
So shout out to that. Like I said, let's see. So real quick.
Real quick. You know who would make your base cards stand out even more? I think our sponsor, Connect Collect, would really help.
Honestly. All right,
I'll be honest.
Real quick before the sponsor. I know. Hold on, not yet. But real quick, two more things.
As he holds a 3.
Yeah, two more things.
Listeners.
And so, real quick, Don Staley to the Knicks. What are we thinking?
Huge.
Man, that would be a beautiful thing. That would be beautiful.
All right, hit us on our next one.
I love me.
We all agree.
Don Staley, yes.
Come on, listen.
Yeah.
We talked to Big John about that, and
he agreed. He said,
first of all, shout out to Big John. We was on live with him, so go back and check that out on Sunday.
Big John's always a great guest. He's a plethora of
fresh off vacation.
Funny guy.
Vacation John.
Oh man, you should have seen his tan. It was crazy.
Oh man, I love it.
And also, Fever wins the Commanders. I think the Commanders Cup, and they up in there getting lit. We saw a video. Check out the video. Check out the video. But like I said, shout out our sponsor right now, Connect Collect, where branding becomes a statement.
Yeah.
We don't just design accessories. We turn your brand into a bold, wearable expression of who you are. At Connect Collect, your logo gets the VIP treatment and a custom chain crafted with care, featuring a slab graded sports car right in the center of it. With a unique design, it becomes a collectible and an unforgettable piece. But we don't stop there. Our modular spinning towers are built to display your pieces, just like museum level presence. However, in your office or in your man cave or even at your booth, it's a part of your personal collection. This is about more than flexing. It's about storytelling through design, merging culture, crafts, and collectibles in one standout statement. Ready to take your brand to the next level? Visit connectcollect.shop and use the code QUIET20. It's QUIET 20. That's the number 20. That's 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, well, you can't it's 2 and then a 0 for 20%
So wait,
off your
how do
first
I
order.
spell that? Though?
Exactly. Connect Collect.
I don't know.
Where logos meet luxury and branding becomes a statement.
Bah, 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 bah.
So so right now, like I said, this is the national show.
Can I kick it?
Basically,
Hey, wait, did we tell you guys that we're going to the national?
So we are definitely going to be at the national Wednesday through Sunday, which is July 30th through August 3rd. We'll definitely be there. So if you're there, actually in a couple weeks we'll have a little surprise. Maybe a little giveaway going on. Maybe a little national exclusive. We don't know yet. But keep on that.
I'm game.
Especially if you see us at the show. But right now, like I said, we are doing this episode because number one, we can. And number two, we just going to any like first time listeners, like what is the national, how you get to the national, why is it in different cities, this, whatever. Give you a quick run through on a third grade level.
Yep. You fly there and then you Uber. So next.
Yeah, basically we did Uber everywhere. But so basically,
yeah, hold on. No,
yeah.
in Chicago, it was we lifted. We didn't Uber, right?
Yeah, we lifted everywhere.
Yeah. So when in Chicago, don't use Uber. Use only Lyft. They have higher standards. So
I think that's
Lyft everywhere.
And shout out to Lyft. They want to,
yeah. Hey,
let us know.
Shout out Lyft.
The last time, Lyft was.
Also, shout out Lime. Y'all need to sponsor us too. We love the scooters.
Do we ever get?
It was great. It was great.
Oh yeah. That was.
It was great in Florida.
But so basically, a quick rundown. The national is basically the Super Bowl of the sports car shows.
The planet, though.
Basically, yeah, of the world. Basically,
I mean, literally. For anybody who thinks that we're exaggerating, people literally fly in from different countries just for this one event.
Yes. And like I said, 5 days does not do it justice. That's how big, it is. But
you'll still not walk the whole floor.
No.
We'll get to that.
So, basic, like I said.
It's true.
It's so it's going to take place in Chicago. They travel around different cities. This next one's going to be announced probably after this show, and then so on and so forth. Here's the deal. This is what I have to say. For anybody that's first time going to the national, you got to have a plan because it will get overwhelming. You got to go there. You got to go there and said, hey, I'm trying to find this card, or I just want to look and see.
I would argue. I would say my only plan was to see homies. Yes. I would have liked to have seen a set list, and I already knew what the set list was kind of coming in. Obviously, new stuff comes and goes, right? There's cool stuff you're always going to see. Don't get bogged down by that. But literally, I was like, hey, I've got a homie from Europe. I know for a fact he'll be at this show.
Be there.
You know what I mean? I say plan on meeting the homies. Now if you're only going there and you don't know anybody, you know us. We're the homies. Hit us up.
You can chill.
Yeah, let us know. But I think with the whole, I know my first experience there, I was overwhelmed when I was out in Anaheim. First time I went, I was definitely overwhelmed. So just be careful with that. Right now, only reason I go to the National is go chill with the homies. That's it. I'm the same way. I might buy a card every now and then, but right now it's a family reunion.
Yeah, and I wish I would have had like more of like the first year had that more in mind because I was so I guess worried about like actually how much money I was gonna make that weekend selling what I bought
Mm-hmm.
and I think that took away from me kind of like soaking up the atmosphere. Though I shoot, man, I thoroughly enjoyed y'all, but I think my approach was different. Going to Cleveland the following year.
Wait, was
So
Chicago? The Chicago trip was your first national?
it was,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was mine too.
yeah.
Well, I
Ah,
can hold on. I can tell you why Yabo had a a different approach. That first one, man, he was toting the inventory.
I
He
was,
had he
I
had the
was,
inventory.
oh,
and
That was
that's,
for sure.
but and a good thing though, since a lot of companies were there,
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't have
you
to like
moved a
take it
ton.
all. Right,
yeah,
right. Didn't
yeah.
all sell at the time, but putting them in different auction houses or different vaults,
Mm-hmm.
selling the
ComC was
Com
really a
Seed,
huge play.
Yep.
Shout out
yeah,
ComC.
and our good old folks at PWCC back in the
Well,
day.
That
yeah,
was
back
our
in the
good.
day.
That was back in the
Yeah,
day.
that
That.
that was OG.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
But yeah, because of that though, man. So I think part of your plan should be to drop off some stuff that you can make money on later, that
So,
you're going
so
to from later.
So what he's talking about, boys and girls, is literally he just brought a ton of heat, walked some tables, he sold some stuff on some good stuff, on some other stuff where
Mm-hmm.
people were a little stingy. He took it to another or to a because that's a corporate booth, but long and short submitted
Yeah.
and just handed off, and like with the COMC stuff. I mean, they did the photos, they did the listings, and all you had to do was the price, right?
DC 87, DC
DC
Sports
DC
Sports.
Sports
87
Yeah.
87.
also.
That was our next one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
Huge,
consignment, man,
huge consignment.
huge,
so it's talk.
Huge.
So
We love them.
so speaking of that, um, with the whole corporate, the auction, and everything like that, I would say that's a good time to do it because everybody's there, and everybody has a national special. It's either like free shipping on stuff, or like maybe they might put it in the auction a little quicker,
yeah.
or they might, the payout might be more if
Yes,
you
the
submit
payout
it,
generally way more
you know.
there.
So take advantage of corporate like discounts, basically.
Yeah.
Then why you go there. But also, I would say this too. Look, if you have, and I know Jared can vouch for this, if you have a carrying case, like something that you're holding, don't bring it.
Literally, your
We has to have
fingers are
wheels.
going to feel so sore. And as silly as it sounds, I had the single row Zion where it's like they all sit sideways in there. And it's still, bro. I mean, it's all day. It totally sucks. When you're at a show and you're like, hey, walking around for a couple hours, maybe at that event, if
Mm.
it does not roll, do not bring it.
Or a
on
backpack.
on
Usually bring a
stress.
backpack too.
Even with the backpack, bro, I
Or don't pack
see.
it. Don't pack it like a lot.
Yeah, you have to
Don't
tell
have to
people reasonable numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you say 25 slabs, you're like, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And you go, that's not bad as far as weight. And then you go, well, no, I picked up some singles too. I got some wax. I got this. I got the. I would say honestly, I think the optimal play is the rolly and a backpack. The backpack being when you get free stuff, wax, stuff like that. Throw it in a
And
backpack.
water, snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bring like a refill. I think that's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna bring out like a one of those refill. Listen, for those on YouTube, listen, we could go 3 hours talking about this. For those on YouTube watching right now, Jerry is holding up gold, literally gold, platinum.
Hey,
Let me tell you something.
Hey, Monty, charge me up, bro.
Tesla ain't got nothing on this.
Hey, you need a battery pack.
Yeah, 100%.
For your phone.
And this is the time I do say be a brand snob. Anchor is my go-to favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, quickest to charge my phone, quickest to charge itself, lightest, most reliable. Amani's got one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus is holding his up. Marcus has got like the nicest one. If anybody can see that. But like the beautiful thing with my Anchor is I've taken it backpacking. So literally taking it in the woods several days, backpacking, can charge your phone, easy to charge up in a, it's lit, y'all. It's super lit.
But I tell you one thing. I know I think when Jerry and I first met and we started meeting up, when we slammed our anchors on the table, we was like, oh yeah, this will work out. I remember we was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work out. Oh yeah, you got that.
Here's the thing. It's like, there's certain things in life that I think you can cheap out on, right? I don't cheap out on toilet paper. Don't cheap out on your battery bank.
Or cheese.
I mean,
cheese.
if you're talking about the battery bank and the benefits of it, Jerry, you're actually like, you're flaking on time.
Yeah, I would agree.
You're not getting Anchor, right?
I would agree. So, and we're not sponsored by Anchor. Shout out.
We're not. We just,
if you want to,
we just pick facts.
Yeah. So we don't want nobody in the comments talking about, well, y'all just getting the money. Not yet. Not yet. Trust me. We'll act way different when we get that money. All right. We just let y'all know. Okay.
Wait, are you talking about the Keanu Reeves photo with the grill and the watch? Yeah.
Oh my God. I need that on thumbnail.
Listen, you already know. But for real though, the other thing with the battery bank, as a guy who has very lightly studied some cybersecurity, when you go to like an airport, places like that, do not trust that stuff. Do not plug your phone in when they're like, oh, just plug your cord here into the wall. Not only no, hell no. No. Google it. Just no.
Hell no.
Listen, and you can ask Amani, I am such a weirdo that generally I'll take 2 battery banks with me and I'll just let a battery bank charge my phone at night. Unless I've got a block. If you've got a block, then you're good. But if not, I just let the hotel or airport charge up a battery bank, and then I just charge my phone off the battery bank.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So bring a battery bank to it. Also, real quick before I forget, I think this is pretty big. Bring as much cash as you can. If you're going there to buy, sell, and trade, do all the stuff and everything like this, bring cash and set a budget. Like I said, first timers, it could get overwhelming.
Set a daily budget. So
I like that.
So for instance, we're gonna make up numbers just so it's round, easy numbers. If you were there all 5 days and you had a $5,000 budget, go, hey, unless it's just ungodly crazy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to spend this amount on that day. But you can also turn that into a challenge to go, what is the most efficient way I can spend this 1,000? Because
Mm-hmm.
if you only had that 1,000, then you're sitting there going, okay, I could spend this 5 and it's worth 5, or I could spend this 5 and it's actually worth 20. You go, okay, because I don't know. Obviously, I'm a guy with a PC. I bought stuff that doesn't make sense to buy as high as I bought it. I'm the only person in the world who owns it. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But unless it's something like that, just stick to the budget. Also, what is it? The speed glide or the anti-chafe stuff for running and runners. I know there's a lot of thick guys that we love that are our buddies that go to these events, and I won't call any names. But when you a thicky thick, sometimes you need a little grease. I know I'm a runner. That's the world I know it out of. But literally, I know guys that were there at the national and they didn't want to walk around because they were all chafed up. And while it is a funny ha right now, in the world of I'm running a marathon, I'm running Ironman, I'm not letting a chafe stop me. I didn't come this far to come this far. Bring the anti-chafe and deodorant. Oh my God.
Oh, can we just hold on? That probably we probably need a whole episode for that one. That's crazy.
Listen, hold on. We're skipping that because listen, you can watch our episode last year. Amani actually showed people how to take a bath and wash their nasty pits.
Yeah.
So y'all have to go look at last year's episode to find that one part. But the truth is wear deodorant.
No, it gets bad when the air conditioning wasn't working.
Oh my gosh.
Dog.
All right, and I don't care what anybody says. Hold on.
Bitch.
You have to wear shorts. Wear shorts in there, boys and girls. If you're like, oh my God, I get caught. No. Assume the worst. Just wear shorts. It's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna fucking suck. I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, it feels really good, and it's kind of cold here in the front, and then you're gonna get back in the back, and you're gonna go, oh my God, where's the water?
So wear deodorant. Matter of fact, give me a couple weeks. We're gonna have a whole deodorant segment because we're gonna actually give y'all some. Hey, this is the strongest deodorant you need to wear right here, or maybe we should do like a body spray or something, or we're gonna give you the.
It's called
clinical.
Hold on, it's called hot water soap.
Yes, that's another thing. Mix it all together.
Dry.
Mix it all together.
Put on deodorant. You are a grown man or woman because we are an equal opportunity and everybody smells funky and just take a bath. We're grown folks. Listen, the little kids barely have an excuse. You are old enough to sit in this college classroom. Please,
it's no way.
Wear deodorant.
No
way.
You're talking to me. You're talking to me doing a deal, and it just
smells like onion rings.
Ain't no way. And I mean, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Because, like I said, I just
listen.
Whether you know your stuff well or not,
boys and girls, if you
that
want
could be a deal breaker,
and it'd be early at a show. That's the
Bro,
thing. Like they be
it'd be-
opening.
It'll be 7:30 in the morning.
Man, come
8
on.
in the morning.
Come
And
on.
I'm sitting there going, oh my God. Oh my and now listen, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown folk. I'm sitting there like I snip my piss like, man, did I forget deodorant? I know I took a bath.
We
You
like,
know.
man, we set
And-
up 5 table booths
Oh
and
my
some of
God.
these shows, and hey, man, we still gonna smell fresh all day long.
Dude, I can go at a show where no deodorant, and I'm still not smelling like that on an all day show.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
No, I ain't doing
Hold
not
on,
like
hold
that.
on. When then now listen, for those times
No.
that air conditioning has gone out,
No, I still wouldn't
I
do it.
don't think you could make that claim.
I can definitely 100% make that claim. I didn't 100%.
You said 100.
100%. As
100.
long as listen, as long as I get in the shower, I do everything I gotta do. If I skip whatever, I know that I can skip deodorant.
Armani's just saying that because he cheats and he uses the perfumed lotion or the cologne lotion.
Oh, the Bath and Body Works. Oh, you are. Let me
Smells
tell you
good.
something. I just
Hey.
got my
No. What is it? What is the one that I like? It's the candle,
Oh, yeah.
the cedar or whatever.
Teak-
what is it?
Teakwood
Teakwood. Is it
mahogany.
mahogany? Yeah, that
the
right there.
teakwood smells good.
Had the females going
But I
crazy when I had that on.
Still think you got to put deodorant on, but that's just me.
Maybe have it. Listen, let me tell you something. I like that candle at the house.
Shout out. We do not have sponsors, but we really ought to. And you
I
know,
know, we
be talking about some products.
We out here name dropping like crazy today.
Listen, today has been just
flavors.
nothing but name drop after damn
Jeez
name drop.
Louise.
By the way, try that Dr. Squash deodorant. Literally, it smells lit. Like
You know what's crazy? It's first of all, we need to get on that. But my son actually discovered Dr. Squash, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta like, it's a whole other thing." And I'm like, man, am I paying like $15 for this? I guess I would. I don't know. I'm gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's deodorant, right?
It's everything. They do everything.
They got everything. Yeah, they got everything. But it's mainly deodorant.
But they ain't got the teak wood though. They ain't got the teak wood yet.
That's just how I felt when I got the degree. When I saw the degree come out the first time, I was like, yeah, this not. See, whoever thought about changing from Old Spice, the actual, the blue stick or whatever.
I know. I get rid of Old Spice.
Bro, I'm old school. Listen, my dad grew up on Brute. I don't know if y'all remember
right. Brute 33.
Oh, 3, yeah. Cheese.
Getting this is the damn Brute deodorant. I mean, like that was the.
Gosh, well, that house was smelling, boy.
And
please don't bring no Brute to the national.
I used to use the Suave also. I used to use that deodorant.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. That right there was so strong. I could not get it. Listen, yeah, it'll hold. And it'll hold
your damn t-shirt to your damn armpit.
I could not get that off
super
of me.
glue.
I was taking bath after bath. I just could not get. I was like, God, what is this? I said, this stuff is way too strong.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As a guy who runs, like I've had some deodorants that are like that, and you're like, it like sticks, and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, it works. It wasn't like it nothing sweated down there, but like I said, you have to hold your arms up and stuff. It's crazy. So
wait, down there? I thought we were talking about armpits, Amani.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, he said down there. I mean,
we can. You know what I'm saying? We can go down there, but like I said, give us a couple weeks. We're definitely going to have a deodorant only episode because maybe some of y'all just need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you just need to hear it that y'all just smell. And it's just, I'm tired of holding my breath talking to y'all.
And this goes towards both sex, men and women.
Don't get me started.
There are attractive counterparts to either. Holy crap! Smell nice. It is there's a plethora of them out there, boys and girls. There's plenty of fish. But if you don't smell good, nobody's talking to you.
It could be a deal breaker, like I said.
Oh my God, it's definitely a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you want to come buy a $100 Pokemon card and want a deal and you smell like ass and potatoes, I'm gonna be honest, you're getting full comps.
Like no arguing. That's your sign. That's your sign right there. You get full comps with Jerry, you should definitely go back home.
If you're funky, full comps. Full comps.
If you're funky, full comps. Damn, that might need to be the name of the episode of mine.
I ain't lying.
How funky was it?
Full comp
funky.
You know, God, it always comes natural in the show. Oh my God.
Jerry, change that name, dog. That funky full comps. Please, let's just do it. We'll name it. We'll name it next week. We'll change it. That's crazy. All right. Woo. Serious. Okay. All right. Here we go.
We got anything else? Really? I mean, hey, I think that's
yeah. I think it's the basics. Look. I know we got off. Look, we got off track. Look, the basics is this:
is wash your damn ass.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Bring your roller case. You can sit down and use as a stool later. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely do that. And then, like I said, another thing, real quick, before we get up out of here, try to walk around first before you start buying.
Yeah. That's a good
listen.
general. Good general statement there.
Our statement is put on deodorant after you have taken a shower.
Jeez.
All right. We're gonna have some more super helpful tips on the next episode. But remember, hit up that collect, get that 20%, and if you funky, it's full comps, baby.
Follow us on everywhere. Follow us on everywhere you listen to podcasts, and like I said, TikTok, all in that. YouTube, definitely follow us on there. Oh, and also shout out, we got a new show. Shout out to that, The Hobby in a Hurry. So, you know what I'm saying? Hit that up also. We're getting pretty good reviews on that one. So, we got that coming in. We got some more shows coming in. But like I said, all this month is national. We will be there. We will be IRL streaming there also. So, if you see
as long as the internet's good. Fuck. I hope so. That's the next episode.
Jeez, all right. What not to do. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway. I'm just saying we had Wi-Fi the whole time over at Fanatics Fest. So
I mean, if anything, they should do that. So, but we are out of here until next week. Like I said, Hobby in a Hurry. Watch out for that also. And
5 minute or less kind of bites, super digestible. Lock in.
It's on TikTok, and like I said, nice little podcast. So check that TikTok page out. But like I said, other than that, we are out of here. Peace.
Yay, Bob.